Hello everyone, Viv here. Today we are talking about voting and voting early and getting out there and voting. There are two ways you can vote. You can vote in person or you can do a mail-away absentee ballot, which is by mail, and you will need to get that out ahead of time to make sure it counts. You can vote at the poll early on the day of voting, or you can do early voting as well. Remember, Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. We only have a couple of months to go. So early voting starts in Florida October 24th, 2020, and it goes to October 31st, 2020. So you will want to find out where it is that your voting place is early and get out there and vote. And don't wait till the day of voting, because you know what? It might rain and you might feel like you don't want to get out and vote. So go ahead and do it and get it done early. Remember, every vote counts. And if yours is not in, it doesn't count. Your voice is not heard. So make sure your voice is heard. Things to remember to bring. Bring a valid ID with your signature on it. Or you can bring a department issue ID, highway safety, and motor vehicle issue ID. You can bring your U.S. passport, debit card, credit card. You can bring your military ID, your student ID. If you have a retirement ID, you can bring that as well if you're not driving. Neighborhood issue ID, public assistant ID, veteran health ID, your license to carry a concealed weapon ID. Any employment ID that you have that have your picture on it or your signature that's issued by the government, the state of Florida, that has your signature on it. For those of you that cannot get out ahead of time and vote, send in your mail-in ballot and make sure you get it out ahead of time. You can request them ahead of time as well. You can also drop them off at the election office once you get it all filled out. Be sure to get it in before the deadline. You must request your ballot by mail, okay? By Saturday, October 24th, 2020. Keep in mind that the mail is slow, which we're calling it slow mail nowadays, and it might not get delivered in time. So remember, your vote counts. Make your vote count by speaking out, by voting. You have a voice, and your voice, you need to make sure your voice is heard. Study your candidate ahead of time to make sure you know who you're voting for. And go ahead. And like Nike says, just do it. Okay? Just do it. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time with Viv. Take care. Bye-bye. Vote.